as a way to create kind of a subordination, a show of respect. If you guys are ever with a horse that's really stubborn about backing up, you can tap the rope a little in rhythm. You can tap the hardware in rhythm. You can work on this down here. But you want these horses on the pre-checklist to back up, okay? You want them to be respectful and not have to work at it very much. Like if I say, can we back? Can we back? I want this not to be real foreign and resistant, right? Okay. We talked about desensitizing. All right, let's talk about sensitizing. Let's say we've got a horse that's really dull, slow, lethargic, pain in the rear end because he's just, he just seems to be dull-witted, right? Sometimes that's on the trail riding your old mare and she just doesn't want to go beyond a walk. Sometimes it's some big old horse that you can't seem to get to follow you or whatever. So what I said earlier about having our cues move in escalated form is the key to starting to be able to also add sensitivity back to the horse and have the horse be responsive, okay? We just simply have to know the difference very carefully in our heads, okay? So if I began to teach this guy to respond to my send maneuver and he wouldn't move, I was going to escalate with cadence and rhythm my cues, right? 1, and I'm getting closer, right? Similarly, if I've got a horse that doesn't want to follow me and lead, for example, or has other dull kind of behavior or just non-responsiveness, all I'm simply going to do is I'm going to carefully select some techniques to escalate my cues so that he begins to respect the cue, okay? That's why, Liz, this groundwork with them will make a permanent difference if there is some maintenance activity and training and an awareness, because your horses are going to become dull and sour and you want to put them a little bit through some mental health vacation time, like lots of turnout, playing, doing some of this stuff once in a while to reset their mindset a little bit, okay? And maybe change up their routine for a few days or give them a week off or whatever. But some of this is frankly just a matter of reestablishing respect for the cues. So in the best example I can give you today was the one we've already used, which is when I ask him to go, I'm going to begin to plan in advance my cues and I'm going to execute carefully. So he's responding well. So now I own his hips, right? Ooh. I didn't invite him in. I'm going to back him a little bit. Now, in all of these situations, I'm thinking ahead so I'm setting myself up for a little bit of success, okay? If we're really reactionary with the horse, we need to sort of reboot and get our heads back to what we've learned, set ourselves up for success. If he is responding to my cue, I go neutral, okay? Now, let's talk about leading a big old horse. Ho. Good, good, good. Now, how do we teach them to lead if they're just a pain, okay? Well, oddly enough, we never drag them around, we send them.